Hey y'all, it's me Lex here. Just a quick disclaimer before we start. This is a tea video, and while there are no spoilers for Decision Day, Present Day, or the reunion, if you are not caught up through episodes 1 through 9, then there may be some things talked about that you are not aware of. Also, if you're somebody who just likes to watch based on context of the show, you may not want to continue with this video. Thank you, and let's spill some tea. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and I would absolutely love it if you would support me, support the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Helps the videos get out there, inspires me to keep creating, and lets me know that you guys like the content. Anyways, today we are going to do another little mini tea roundup because girl, I like making these videos. These are actually my favorite type of videos to make. More than making like the episode recaps, I just love going online and reading what is going on because I'm messy. But today we have a little bit of tea about Tyler, as expected. Okay, Tyler's friend spoke out. Tyler's children's mother spoke out. So we have a little bit more ongoing with that story. We also have some Steven and Monica tea, where Steven spoke out. He had a little conversation with a TikTok creator on Instagram. So we'll kind of get into what he said in that conversation. He also has done an interview, and he has been quite active on his Instagram. Let's just say that. Also, Monica did an interview with Vial Files. She discusses more in depth, which I talked a little bit about in my episode recap, but she discusses more in depth what actually happened during this sleep study incident. So let's get into it. There will be timestamps of everything. So yeah, let's go. So the other day I was scrolling through TikTok, y'all, and I was minding my complete and utter business, and I got this TikTok.
So I debated actually speaking on this topic at all. After having a couple conversations with Ty, he told me that he recommends that I don't, just based on the fact that I'm probably going to catch a lot of hate. Just being associated with him and coming to his defense and all that. Now, that said, I'm going to keep this as vague as possible for now, just out of respect to the people that are involved and the fact that certain things, if and when they do come out, it's not my place to put those things out, right? But the narrative out there right now is that Ty is some deadbeat, jobless father who abandoned his kids, that he is somehow the villain of this entire season of Love is Blind. I'll tell you right now, that is not the case. So Ty is not a deadbeat father. He does have a job. He's not perfect, right? He has made mistakes in the past, just like all of us have, right? Now, that said, the mistakes that he's made are not what they're being made out to be right now. Now, I would implore everybody to sit tight, wait for more information to come out. If it does, and when it does, I think that a lot of people are going to feel like they jumped the gun. But I can say this with confidence, that Tyler A. is in fact, or was originally, a sperm donor. It was an informal agreement. Unfortunately, he was young and dumb, did not cover himself legally like he probably otherwise should have. And B, he has a job. He's fully employed. He always has been. He changed his career path at some point during casting last year. There's some discrepancies. He was a nuclear security officer. Then he started doing some sort of sales job, and now he is an account manager, which is why you've seen a couple different things. But he does have 2 jobs currently. He's working full-time and doing sales part-time. Now, that said, Bri, not Bree, Bri is what everybody calls her. Every interaction I've ever had with her has been great. She seems like a very good person at heart. Now, that's not to say that I'm sure Ty and her haven't both said or done things probably they regret to each other. And I think a lot of that stems from the child situation. Now, he was always supposed to be the sperm donor. They got the Bri and her ex-wife got divorced. Ty kind of stepped up a little bit. He was being a good friend, and knowing that those kids come from his DNA, he wanted to be there, help out her friend, and, you know, just kind of step up and play that role of, you know, maybe more of like an uncle or whatnot. But he was never supposed to be in the father role. Now, where he messed up is he never got any legal documentation to dictate that. Now, that doesn't excuse him for some of the mistakes he's made, like maybe not telling Ashley sooner, right?
So this TikTok is supposedly Tyler's friend who has come out the woodwork, who has tried to defend him, who has tried to say he was a donor, blah, blah, blah. But come to find out, this specific friend of Tyler's was actually lied to as well. He didn't know a lot of the inner workings of what was going on. So here is a little bit of story time with Ricky's video where she spoke directly to some people involved.
A lot of you guys have been sending me this video and asking for my thoughts. This is basically a video that Jake, who says he is Tyler's friend, posted on TikTok today. He basically says Tyler from Love is Blind is not the villain. He goes on to explain that there are a lot of layers to the story, not to pass judgment on Tyler until you know the full story. And in so many words, he is implying that Tyler was a donor, but he just didn't take the proper legalities that a normal donor would. And my response to him is this, because I did make sure and her people were aware of this video. So this guy Jake called her to apologize. Some of their mutual friends called him and let him know that he got it wrong. You guys have to consider that even friends, he's been lying to even friends. So even close friends who think they know the truth, they do not know the truth. The people that I am talking to are not friends, are not ex-girlfriends from college, are not sister, baby, daddy, cousins, Tracy's. They are directly involved, okay? So let's continue. He got it wrong. He called Bri to apologize, yet his video is still up. But I told her, F him, tell him, just like he put those lies out there, go run and do another video, which he has not. Tyler is scared, blowing her phone up. She doesn't know if to put everything out there. I told her, yes, F Tyler, agreed. Because at this point, it seems like Tyler is using other people to spread his lies. I feel sorry for her. She's a private person. She's crying. She's tired of this. And she told Tyler to go on the show. Tyler is not saying much because he knows, but I told her. He's saying it through other people. He is saying stuff. He's a very manipulative person. Because I will also add, Tyler is still manipulating and her family from putting the truth out there. He is making certain threats that I will not speak on because I was asked to keep it private, which is why she deleted her original post. But he's poking.
So as you see here, Tyler's so-called friend here literally admitted that he was lied to. He was not aware. He apparently apologized to Bree, the baby's mother, behind the scenes, but this video is still up as of today. I talk about this because Tyler, people like Tyler, they lie to everyone around them. And it's just kind of crazy to see how far this donor lie really went, you know? How many people he actually told what was really going on, you know? How many people just truly are misinformed about this. And again, it just reminds me a lot of how we don't even know what Ashley, like obviously she's heard this. Ashley's been posting TikToks like this.
She said that? I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I'm doing. Yes. Nigga, I'm just doing what I'm doing.
Now, obviously, we have no idea present day how things are. Don't, you know, we're not going to put spoilers here of that if you do know. But, you know, Ashley posting TikToks like this, it really does worry me. Like, what is going on? Did this girl know this stuff? Like, was she aware of what happened? So this is, you know, this is very interesting because when I saw this, I was like, who is this? However, Tyler's children's mother also spoke out last night on Instagram because she has had enough once again. And she says here, All I will say is everything being said about me and my children better be cleared up by Tyler, or I will expose everything. Now, Miss Bree, you've been saying you gonna expose stuff, and you did put some posts up and then delete them. So give it to us, okay, if you're gonna give it to us. As I've stated previously, I am trying really hard to not say anything, because at the end of the day, I have to, or at the end of every single day, I have to be strong for my children, but I will not allow my name to be continuously dragged through the mud like this. I did not ask for this, and the kids and I definitely do not deserve any of it. Please do not make me take it there, Tyler. There is absolutely nothing I am not willing to expose. She posts another one. And please, save all your false promises of clearing everything up. If I do not see actions, I will assume this is where you want this to go, and I promise you, I will take it there. I am tired. So it does sound like behind the scenes, he is talking to her. He's, trying to sweet talk her, saying, oh, I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. But there have been no actions. So as I said, Bree exposed this man already. If you happen to watch this video, just expose him. He's gonna tell you whatever you want to hear, but it's not gonna be anything. It's just so interesting to see how far this story has gone. It's so interesting the fact that, friends are coming out the woodwork defending this man, and they have to recant it because he's such a liar. But anyways, like I said, Bree spoke again and said she's gonna do it. So I don't know, but that's just where we're at with those two. Let's also get into some of this Steven stuff, because like I said, y'all, Steven has been absolutely and utterly unhinged on Instagram. So first things first, Monica did do an interview with the Bio Files. I will add a small clip here.
Just want to clear up how I found the messages.
Yeah.
There's been some confusion already about that. So me and all the other engaged couples were living in the same apartment building in DC, and Sweet, Taylor, and Garrett had sent us a message earlier that day saying, hey guys, we're making you all fall cookies, and we're going to bring them by later. We're going to text when we're ready to drop them off. And so Steven and I were hanging out in the apartment, having a great, great time, laughing, there were no cameras. We were just having a great time. And he stepped into the bathroom, and as he did, his phone went off and he got a text that we were waiting for. And it was from Garrett. And I said, oh, babe, Garrett just texted. I'm, going to respond. It's about the cookies. And I went to go click the message, and next thing you know, I'm in his text and I see a girl's name. And I almost was this was something I was not expecting from this person really at all. And some people might think that that's crazy, but there was a second there that I literally remember thinking, should I click on this? No, don't be crazy. And I clicked.
And what was in the messages?
Honestly, I've been asked this a lot, even then when it was happening real time. And I scrolled through a bunch, but I was just so, I was so taken aback. I couldn't breathe. That even right after it all went down, I didn't even remember the girl's name. Truly remember seeing really kinky, dirty talk. One specific message was just talking about how he's never been able to find someone who satisfies his kinks the way that she does. They were and I'm not kink shaming. I've been accused of kink shaming already. I just didn't know that this was the person I was, that I was sharing a bed with by any means. That's exactly how I felt in that moment. And the other thing is, I was taking this so seriously. I was really in love with this person. And one of the things that you don't get to see a lot of on the show thus far is how much I talked about my past with cheating. I've been cheated on, gosh, in my 30s. I don't even know if I've had a relationship where I haven't been cheated on. So that was something that I really opened up to Steven about often. And he made me feel so safe. And I never in a million years would have thought that he would have done what he did. It was such a big part of our relationship, was just talking through my trauma.
But she basically explains the entire situation with the text messages. She explains that Garrett and Garrett and Taylor, were baking cookies for everyone, and he was going to text Steven when the cookies were ready. So, he's in the bathroom, he steps away, she sees the message from Garrett, she's like, oh babe, I'm gonna just reply. Apparently Steven had no password on his phone, so when she clicked in to go to reply, she saw a girl's name. There was a little bit of clarification about the sleep test situation where Monica does say she was seemingly and definitely at a sleep test, but it's just really, really sad to hear and to see. Now, Steven has also been doing his fair share of talking. First off, he spoke to this girl on Instagram. She's a TikToker. I'm just going to put her TikTok here.
Hey you guys, I was actually able to get a conversation with Oluwaseun Babatunde in the Instagram DMs. So here are some things that he had to say so he could clear some things up, because I definitely told him that I was disappointed in him, in his actions, and I wanted to get his perspective if he didn't mind. So here's some stuff that he had to say in the messages. If you guys can see over here, I'm going to try to move, but I'm going to try to summarize everything because it was quite a bit. So in this section of the messages, he basically talks about how he was disappointed in himself when he looked at the footage and rewatched it back. But you have to understand that this situation is a year old, and that they have moved past it. They have, made up, bygones have become bygones. There's no issues. It's just now they're just reliving it and rewatching it. He definitely said that, he's not going to throw Monica under the bus. He said she's wonderful. Her parents are wonderful. And he definitely is mainly the fans. The fans are really, really going in on him right now. And he said, even the fans are going in on Monica as well. She doesn't deserve that. And so these are these messages. Let me move to the side so y'all can read them. Okay. Okay, y'all. And what he's really... Okay, y'all. But what he's really mad about is the fact that y'all are in his freaking Instagram commenting that Peter needs to come and take his dog away because y'all saying he's doing kinky stuff with his dog. Y'all know y'all are not right trolling that man, trying to make it seem like he out there smashing his dog. Y'all are real trifling for that. But that's the real thing that was pissing him off. He said all this other stuff wasn't making him mad, but the fact that y'all coming for his dog, he don't like that. And then obviously some stuff down here was redacted again because of NDA purposes. It could not be disclosed, and he asked me not to disclose it in the TikTok, so I'm going to abide by his wishes. Again, as you can see up there, I basically thanked him for his time because, again, he did not have to speak to me. I was very happy that he did. He says that he knows a lot of people are wrong and feel wrong and triggered by what he's done, but people have to understand that he has already made amends with the people who he has offended, and this stuff, again, is old to him. It is old. Again, some stuff here was redacted, again, because I'm respecting his wishes when it comes to what he wanted to be put out there, and there are some things that he wanted to speak about himself when the time, came to us. So I'm going to respect that. But here's some messages up here. You guys can screenshot them. Hey, y'all, these are some more messages that he stated again. Y'all can read it. It's pretty lengthy, but y'all can read it and, make your own opinions of it from what he said. He definitely had things to get off his chest here. So, again, here are some screenshots that y'all can take so y'all can, do what you need to do. Okay, here, last but not least, he said he has no intention of divulging anything that, occurred when it comes to Monica. He said, there was some stuff we did not see. She definitely went off on him way worse than what we saw, and that production definitely cut it down. He said he stopped watching the show because he did appreciate the memories that he made and stuff like that, but he realized this is show business. This is what comes with the territory when you go on Love is Blind. Right here, he said he appreciates it. He'll see if he can get any type of redemption from this entire thing. He said that it seemed like it was blown way out of proportion, and even my mom, who admitted it a week later. And at the bottom, I just thanked him. I said, no problem, thank you. I hope after we can get more clarity, and I appreciate his vulnerability because, again, y'all, he did not have to talk to me about this stuff. So yeah, y'all, that was basically what Babatunde had to say as of right now, because you guys still remember they are under NDA contract. They cannot divulge too much because they cannot stop that bag. We just have to see what happens at the reunion, whether he shows up or he does not show up. I have no idea what's going to happen, so we just gotta wait and see. But I want to give you guys this tea so you guys can make of it what you will. And yeah.
And there are some parts on the TikTok that I want to go back and read, particularly this one where he says, I have no intentions to divulge any of Monica's actions after this incident, nor the cut footage from the argument because where she said even more harsh things, because I have no interest in painting her in a negative light. I stopped watching the show because I love my memories from this experience and I don't need them tainted by an over-dramatization of conversations I barely even remember while leaving the incredible ones I truly had. But that's showbiz, bag. I appreciate you and hope you thrive, girl. Just stick around and enjoy the circus, same as me, and let's see if I get any kind of redemption arc or if we never manage to overcome something so trivial, which was blown way out of proportion by Monica, who even admitted it a week later. Again, the same way this man talked about the cheating, where he basically removes himself from blame. He always makes it the other person's problem. Even here, he's throwing out, oh, you know, Monica said horrible stuff too. Oh, you know, a lot was cut out. Even Monica admitted that she blew this out of proportion. Really? Really? Because I don't think we've seen Monica admit that. This man never takes fault for anything. He is a walking red flag, okay? And he has continued to go on his Instagram and say stuff. You know, for a show based on context clues and meant to be about not judging a book by its cover, its fans certainly like to take a lot of things at face value. These are beautiful memories of mine that I would never trade for the world, both on and off camera. Memories I will forever share with amazing people in an experience I never expected to be a part of. Then some people imply that he does foul stuff with his dog. I'm going to be honest. I don't believe that. I'm not implying that. I'm going to just put this here. You guys can read it, but I'm not implying that, nor do I believe that. So I'm just going to kind of skip over that. But this person said a sleep test is almost as bad as in the lost and found parking lot until 3 a.m. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this one went over my head, but the VA gave me a higher percentage of disability for it, so that's been helpful for my broke ass. Yo, not this man admitting he went drunk to a sleep test because the VA gave him more money. Baby, this is crazy. And also, Steven and Monica both did interviews. I'm just going to read little pieces. So we'll read Steven's first. Love is Blind Steven jokes, it's probably smart to put a password on your phone after sleep test incidents. So, he says, Steven is speaking out to people about the ordeal, admitting the biggest thing he learned from this time. It is probably smart to put a password on your phone. But in all seriousness, the main things are self-talk, self-reflection, and a lot of things that I believe I said in the pods, where it's like you don't know if you're fully healed until your next relationship, he continues. And you see a lot of people talking about, well, you should have completed therapy before you entered this. And I'm always like, is therapy a completion? Do you complete therapy? No, it should be an ongoing thing because you're always growing and learning, and there are traumas that might have affected you that were never a problem until your 30s or 40s. And you might think that you had that under wraps, and suddenly you're faced with something where you're like, oh, okay, I see this now that I recognize it. I need to do something to fix it. And that's essentially what this whole year has been for me. Like I said, this man sounds like he's sat in the therapist chair before, okay? He definitely gives, I've sat in the chair, but that doesn't mean that he has learned his lesson. Anyways, I think I'm going to leave it here. That is the tea that we have rounded up for today. If you made it to this point in the video, that means you liked the video. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please support the content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!